Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Cooking in the Van with Ann. I'm going to cook some potatoes today on my cast iron and some eggs, something easy but very tasty. My ingredients will be some whole potatoes and a couple of eggs, some seasoning, and of course some olive oil. So let's get going. Everybody's hungry for breakfast, and let's get a move on. So I've washed my potatoes, and I'm going to start slicing them. Slice them kind of thin. You don't have to do paper thin. And I leave the skin on, and I'm going to cut the bad stuff out like that, and then put it aside and throw that away. But just start slicing those nice and thin. Like I said, you don't have to do too thin, and we're going to cook them right on top of the cast iron on the gas stove. So I've cut up about 3 potatoes so far. I'm going to start with those. These are my favorite thing, so I actually may end up doing the other 2, but we'll start with these 3, and let's go over to the stove. Now you can do these on an electric stove too, just as well, as long as you have the cast iron pan. So the spices I like to use on these is the Canadian style chicken seasoning, Cajun seasoning, and just like an herb seasoning, and I'll put them all on the potato. I'm going to start my stove. Maybe. Yeah, it's on. Alright, so I can see it. And my pan is clean, and I'm going to add the oil. And don't be shy with it. And we'll actually be adding a little bit more once the potatoes are on. A little bit of coffee going on here too. That always goes nice with breakfast. So this is just a percolator. It's got my coffee inside. It's starting to heat up. You put the water and then the coffee, and then once this little guy starts going, you'll see it, and we'll have some coffee ready. All right, so this is getting hot. I'm going to add my potato. So I just kind of spread the oil around first with the first potato, just to coat the pan, and then I'll start layering them on here till the whole pan is covered. And again, you can do this on an electric stove. I've done that. I don't know how it would work with a different kind of pan. I've always done it in a skillet, or this is my new pan, which I absolutely love. I got it for Christmas. It's what I wanted, and I can do everything on this pan. It's just great. What I'm doing is I'm kind of coating the other potatoes, the top side of them. I'm going to lower my heat because this thing does cook pretty fast. So I'm going to lower my heat a little bit to about a medium to a medium low. I'm going to start adding my spices, and I'm just going to shake what I want on it. You can use whatever you like. I mean, if you want Cajun seasoning, you can do Cajun. If you want, I don't know, just salt and pepper, I'll add some of that on there too as well. So I like the Cajun. I like to have a bite. These will fry up so nice, and they're almost like kettle chips. And after I eat a batch of them, they're so good I want to make another batch and eat just another batch. Just how much I love these things. They're my favorite. So they're looking nice and pretty. So a little salt and pepper. Again, you do whatever seasoning that you like. Sizzling up nicely. I'm just going to move them around a little bit. Keep an eye on them. I am going to flip them, and I'm going to coat the other side with seasoning as well. Just want a nice coat of oil on them. Now, if I didn't have enough oil, I would pour more oil on here, but I did quite enough the first time when I put the first initial pour on of the oil. All my potatoes, and I'm going to now put some more seasoning on those. Lily's letting me know in the background there's something behind me. She's barking. We have seen coyotes out here, and donkeys, and bunnies. She's chased a bunny. So let's see if we see anything. She's letting me know that there is something out there. She's got much better eyes than I do. This is her alert pose. So I don't see anything. there was a coyote that went through the other morning, and we heard him last night, so she'll let me know if we see anything. If I see one, I'll let you see it too. Hopefully he's not going to want my breakfast. I don't know if you can see it, but the coffee is perking. So we'll let that perk for like 5 minutes. I'm going to lower the heat just a little bit, just so it doesn't overflow. Sometimes I overflow it. I did use olive oil, but you can use vegetable oil. You can use butter. Anything that that you have around or like to use, feel free to use that. It's not engraved in stone. I'm moving these guys around. I'm going to add more to it. There's more room here now that they're starting to cook. You want to keep an eye on them. They can get away from you. So you want to keep an eye on the heat, because you want them brown. Some of them get burnt. See that one? That's perfect right there. That one will be delicious. And this one's starting to get there too. So you want to keep an eye, kind of move them around a little bit. And you can add new ones to the pan as long as you know which one's the new ones. I have the binoculars out to see if he can see. You see anything? That's a what?
ATV.
It's an ATV? Alright. So she's letting me know that there's someone driving around out there, which she's really good on that. How nice they're starting to look. It's really looking nice color. Look at that one. Oh, that's nice too. So I'm going to start flipping them, checking on them. Some parts of this pan is on a little bit more of the heat just because of the way that this stove is made. So try to put those over there. But they're really looking up. They're really looking nice. I really like that one. It's hard for me not to go ahead and eat it right now. Oh my goodness. And my coffee's perking up nice. And then once these are done, I'm going to throw a couple of eggs on here. And one might be for Lily because she's doing her job this morning. How nice they're looking. These are like perfect. I like mine really crunchy. Guy likes his not as crunchy as mine, because sometimes mine do get black, and I don't mind that. I think it doesn't taste funny. Like I said, I love my cast iron. You can't go wrong with a cast iron pan. I think everybody should have one, at least one, because it's a great cooking tool, and it just makes the food, I think, taste that much better. So these are getting done nicely. I'm going to cook an egg for two for Guy, and then I'm going to put another batch on, but I'll show you how to do that. So here we go. Look at these guys. These look really good. They're looking very pretty. And the coffee is percolating like crazy, so I'm going to shut that off now. That's been perking about 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 5. I started it before the potatoes. So there we go. So I'm going to shut that off. I've got my heat on a medium low, just because this pan does get nice and hot. Look at that. Those are nice. And I'm going to cook the egg in the same pan. That won't hurt anything. And these are starting to get done up nice. Like I said, these are great. These are great with as a supper, for supper too. Anytime potato, you can't go wrong. I just really like them a lot. Or even a snack. Oh. And you can do these camping. You can do these. I started making these when we lived in a house. But now that we're traveling in our van, I'm still going to make the same food that I made in the house. There's not going to be any restrictions on my diet. I'm still going to eat some really good food. Look at that. That looks nice. So I'm going to make my egg now. I'm going to spread the oil out a little bit just to cover the pan. These guys will be all right over here. Cracked my egg, and going to let it cook a little bit. The thing about this is this will flip up nice. And you can add salt and pepper to it. I've lowered my heat just a little bit. And I'm just going to let this cook a little bit so I can get my flipper here underneath it. My spatula, that's the right word, not the flipper. And flip it nice. Okay, it's cooking up nice. And I'm going to flip it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There. And it's flipped. Beautiful. I'm going to let that cook for a second. And then we'll have some breakfast. So that is, I let that go for about, 30 seconds. This pan is pretty hot. And that egg is done. I'm going to take it off and serve it up. So there you have it. Potatoes and eggs. I'm actually going to go make some more. I'm going to give this to my honey, and he can have those. So good morning, good breakfast, and hope everyone has a great day. And let's go see what they think about this. What do you think about this? There you go. There you go.
Must be breakfast time.
It is.
Can I have a fork?
You can. Bye everybody. Have a great day.